You're watching News 10 at 11.
And we begin tonight with a story about how technology helped nab a suspected crook after he thought he made a clean getaway. It ended with a chase and crash. The whole thing started at a casino where a Roseville woman had her purse stolen. But inside that purse was an iPhone with an app that helped track down the thief. Jonathan Mumm is here. And Jonathan, it looks like this particular app proved to be very useful in this case.
Yes, that's exactly right, Jeff. And it even took the woman involved a little time before she realized the solution to the case was actually in her purse the entire time.
Jonathan, thanks. Yeah, good idea to get that app, too. At least 500 local students will be without a school by this Wednesday. A local charter school campus says it's forced to close its doors because of safety violations. In a letter to parents, the Accelerated Learning Academy says its Horizon Charter School's Rockland campus will be shutting down starting Wednesday because of, quote, urgent safety concerns. School officials say it's because of a series of near accidents and safety direction violations. The school will move forward as an independent study program, but in place by charter school staff. In a letter to parents, Principal Julie Haycock wrote, quote, "I just want to say how sorry I am that this is happening to ALA. I feel for the parents, the staff, and above all, our precious students. I have made to feel so welcome by the ALA parents and staff, and I've loved getting to know you and your children. No word yet on when or if that school will reopen." Turning now to our other top stories, an early morning car crash left 2 people dead in Folsom. Police officers say a BMW was speeding eastbound along Folsom Lake Crossing when the driver lost control, crossing into oncoming traffic. He slammed into a Honda Civic. That driver was pronounced dead on the scene. When crews arrived, the BMW was on fire. After that fire was put out, firefighters found the driver's body in the wreckage. No word yet if alcohol played a factor. Elk Grove police say a man accidentally shot his brother in the face while they were preparing a pig for celebration. The men were attempting to put down the pig in their backyard using a .22 caliber rifle, but when one of the men was about to shoot the animal, it bucked its head. That caused the rifle to fly backwards and accidentally go off, shooting the second man. The victim is now in the hospital and he is in critical condition. Rio Vista officers say they were forced to shoot this woman after she allegedly tried to ram them with a truck. Officers pulled over 69-year-old Elizabeth Collins after she failed to stop at a stop sign. That's when they say she put her truck into reverse, ramming into a cop car and speeding off. Rio Vista officers and Solano deputies managed to corner her after a high-speed chase. Officers say that she then tried to drive through a deputy's squad car. At that point, 2 officers and a deputy opened fire on her. She drove away, eventually crashing into a dirt embankment. Collins was taken to a hospital after being shot twice. She was booked at the Solano County Jail. A community is coming together to support 2 Citrus Heights boys hurt in a devastating accident. A little more than a week ago, 6-year-old Henry Perez and 8-year-old Juan Perez were heading to school when police say 52-year-old Teresa Bale Sturba spun out of control and struck the boys. And this morning, people came out for a car wash fundraiser at the school where the brothers attended class. Volunteers hope to raise money to help cover the family's medical bills. The boys are still recovering. One remains hospitalized.
This is very amazing. It just makes me want to cry every time I just see the continuance of the cars and the people that are here helping.
Juan is now home, but Henry is still in critical condition. Their family says they have not given up hope that the boys will someday be able to return back to school. Space Shuttle Endeavour's final voyage through the streets of Los Angeles is hitting a few roadblocks. Here's a live look at the shuttle as it makes its way to the California Science Center, but the trip is far behind schedule. Officials say the shuttle's final journey is slower than expected because of crowds, trees, and utility poles. You know what? When it comes to LA, this is the slowest that you'll see anything move through that city. According to the LA Times, it could be as late as 2 or 3 a.m. before it reaches its final destination. But this might be good news for space shuttle fans trying to catch a glimpse of the last shuttle on its final journey. They're getting a good look at the 170,000-pound shuttle as it makes that 12-mile voyage home. Massive crowds have gathered around its route to marvel at this piece of American history. And Darla, as far as California goes, with our weather, if you're outside looking at a shuttle or if you're just outside in Sacramento taking in the weather, it is very nice outside.
It's a little chilly now. Did you bring your jacket? Because I know earlier you said you went out last night and found out it was a little cold.
I think I threw out my jacket. I was not expecting winter to come back.
Well, we are seeing some very mild fall-like conditions, but during the day it's quite nice out. We're at 60 degrees right now for Sacramento. We have clear skies out in the area and just some beautiful conditions in the region. We are going to see temperatures, though, warming up over the next several days. That's because of an area of high pressure. 58 degrees right now for Stockton and Modesto. And in Modesto, you were holding steady earlier at 68 degrees. Well, you have dropped down as well, and 40 degrees at Tahoe at this hour. So we are in for a nice warm day tomorrow. If you're heading to the Sierra, it's going to be quite nice out, 66 degrees out. Other temperatures in the area, 48 in Sonora, 52 degrees in Auburn, and 60 degrees at Fairfield. So temperatures are going to start to heat up today. We got up to the mid-70s. Tomorrow, I'm talking 80s, and even toward the end of the week, Jeff, it's going to get a little warmer. So I think you're going to like my forecast come Thursday and Friday. So stick around for it, okay?
I already like what I'm hearing.
Okay,
thanks, Darla. Round 2 of the presidential debates is just days away, and both President Barack Obama and Mitt Romney are now in full preparation mode. But the candidates are not waiting for their next face-off to talk about the issues. Reporter Christina Mutchler explains.
Romney heads to Boston, Massachusetts for more weekend preps. The two candidates meet again Tuesday night at Hofstra University in New York.
And of course, be sure to tune in to News 10 for that second presidential debate. Coverage kicks off at 6 p.m. Looking at stories across America now, police are investigating a shooting at the president's Denver campaign headquarters. Denver officers say a single shot was fired on Friday, shattering a large glass window. Police are now poring over security video, trying to find any leads. People were reportedly inside the office at the time of the shooting, but fortunately, nobody was hurt. Investigators and volunteers combed parts of Arvada, Colorado today in hopes of finding any clues that could point to 10-year-old Jessica Ridgway's killer. The girl's body was discovered Tuesday, more than a week after she went missing. While investigators search for the person responsible for her death, people took time today to hold a special memorial in her honor. Federal health officials say the death toll in the fungal meningitis outbreak has climbed once again. The Center for Disease Control says 15 people have now died after being exposed. The outbreak has sickened nearly 200 people in 13 states. It's been linked to a steroid shot used for back pain. So far, none of those victims are from California. Coming up after the break, you may recognize him from playing roles as President of the United States on TV and film. But now actor Bill Pullman is involved in something very different than what we're used to seeing. News 10's Christina Mendonza sat down with him about what he's going to be doing in Folsom this weekend. We'll have that coming up. Plus, one town is hungry to break a world record. What it takes to make a mega meatloaf. The star of blockbuster hits like Independence Day and While You Were Sleeping will be in Folsom tomorrow for a special show at 3 stages. Actor Bill Pullman, who you just saw, joins a unique musical ensemble for reflections on America called First Person Seeing America. News 10's Christina Mendonza sat down with Pullman to talk about the production, which is very different in terms of projects that we're used to seeing him in.
And so this becomes this journey of seeing America, and it becomes this very special kind of lens at looking at who we are in terms of what defined us, iconic things like the West. You know, it's a very interesting thing to be seeing right now during these debates, as we are all looking to see, you know, who are we right now? That question of who are we is vital, and this is like good food for that dinner.
All right, Bill Pullman, actress Lily Knight, and Ensemble Galilei will perform at 3 stages in a matinee tomorrow. That's Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets start at $25. For more information, their website is 3stages.net. Well, if you like scary movies like me, you may want to make your way to Sacramento this weekend. Through Sunday, downtown's Crest Theater will be holding the Horror Film Festival. The festival showcases the work of dozens of local filmmakers doing their best to frighten horror movie fans. Organizers say audiences will have plenty to see, from scary music videos to, of course, full-length feature films. Well, it looks like Californians are putting down their car keys and bringing out their bikes. New research shows that cities across the state are seeing a surge in cycling. In San Francisco, there's been a 71% spike in cycling between 2009 and last year. And even LA has seen a spike. Cycling is up 32% since 2009. The boom in biking is forcing major cities to funnel more money in public transportation and bicycling infrastructure. Wonder why that's happening. Gas prices, maybe. Mixture of men and meat may have led to a world record in El Cerrito today. This was an effort by a group called Burning Loaf, who are made up of cooks and alternative philanthropists. Their goal, to enter the Guinness Record Book with the distinction of world's largest meatloaf. It had to be at least 220 pounds of meat, eggs, and onions. The meat started out at 262 pounds and cooked down to about 230. Burning Loaf will send documentation into Guinness and hopefully be awarded a world record in a few weeks. 230 pounds, Darla, that's a lot more than what I weigh.
You know, I don't like when they do those big, massive things. Who's going to eat it?
No, I don't know. They're going to have to chop it up and just give it out. And I'm not a big fan of meatloaf.
I like meatloaf.
No, I like the singer. I don't like the food.
Outside, clear skies out tonight. It is a little chilly if you're headed out there. So as I mentioned, we've seen 60s, 70s, 80s, and 100 for October. We have not had 90s yet. So maybe we'll get there this week.
Can't wait to see what November brings. And you know what?
Rain.
In terms of tomorrow's weather, for a lot of those Bay Area sports fans, they're just going to be on their recliners and couches.
Yeah, just chilling.
Just chilling. There's a
Just
lot to
chilling,
see.
relaxing. You know, the Giants, getting a little inspiration tomorrow. Man, they call the Reverend to get them pumped up for the NLCS. We head to AT&T Park. We check in with the Giants who face the Cards in the NLCS tomorrow. And who exactly is the man they call the Reverend at the clubhouse? We'll find out. Sports is next.
I think you're going to be pretty busy over the next couple days.
Yeah, well, I've already been busy. I'm on day 20.
Oh, geez.
Day 20 without a day off.
Without a day off.
And you're doing okay. You're not. You don't have
I'm
blurred
fighting,
vision.
I am
you don't have
fighting in a
headaches.
cold right now. I need to make it through Monday for game 2.
A cold, really? Really?
Game 2 of the
Okay.
NLCS.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's not going to
I'll
get.
get you some tea. Is that okay?
I'm drinking tea, Airborne, you name it. I'm
hand
taking it right
sanitizer.
now.
Hand sanitizer.
I think I have
don't
some
have
over
any.
there.
Real quick check
Yes.
of the weather. It's staying pretty warm.
It is going to start to warm up. It'll still feel a little bit like fall out there with temperatures in the morning at least in the 50s. But then look, we'll get to 82 degrees in the afternoon. And then toward the end of the week, we'll be pushing the 90-degree mark. So definitely warming up out there.
Now, is this normal for Sacramento? I'm still kind of a newcomer. Is this normal for, or are we especially dry and especially warm at this time?
We're actually looking at our normal high 79 degrees out, so we haven't had any rain since we had a little bit of raindrops the other night. But as far as rain's concerned, we normally get about an inch of rain for October. So we're October 13th, almost the middle of October. No significant rain just yet, so we're keeping our fingers crossed.
And my parents call me and they tell me that they're getting snow up there in Denver. Unbelievable. Gotta love California.
Vote for your favorite play as many times as you like. We will announce and show off the top play on Monday. So it's the 49ers and the Giants, New York Giants, and then the baseball Giants taking on the Cards. So
big day for tomorrow.
Yeah, if you're not going to the game, stay away from the city.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a mess. We'll see you tomorrow.